Welcome back to the Frequency and Figures monthly forecast for the month of July 2026. What do you know, Stacia? We're in the second half of the year. Like when they called this year the year of the fire horse, like we should have just intuitively realized that it was gonna go like that.
Immediate.
But here we are. June was amazing, all I can say. And it was very spiritual and it led me places and I had a lot of fun, but also I had my birthday, so I'm a bit biased.
You had your
But
you had your turn up time.
yes. And now we're on to July, which is a universal month 17/8. But before we get into the numbers, let's have a look at the energetic forecast with the lovely Stacia.
See. The first card out is focus on the positive only. Don't let yourself stay down. Go towards the light. Acknowledge your dark emotions and then release them. Come back into what feels good. Find the little things to appreciate, and it's okay to get down, but get back up. Second card out is let love in. Allow yourself to be loved. Open your heart, release past pain and heartbreak. Be open to receiving love.
Mhm.
Uh,
Ooh.
And the last card out is don't start questioning yourself now. You do know. You don't have to know how or why, but you know. Trust yourself and your guidance. Don't let the 3D illusions cloud your judgment. Yeah, it side note here, it's funny because if you Val knows the last week my personal reading of my oracle readings from it's funny because I did say in there that for that group of energies that I was pulling on, it's like this past energy knew that there's like some new love energy that's very much on par with you coming in, and it's I find it interesting that it is the same energy of new is here currently in this energy. But nevertheless, it feels like, speaking of new, it feels like there is a lot of this new, Val and I were just talking about like the abundance energy. It feels like there's a lot of this positive, abundant, fresh, blossoming, nurturing energy. That's the word I'm looking for. Nurturing energy coming in where but it's like in the form of almost the all that you're doing, everything that you're doing. People that are coming into you want to be nurturing and supportive and loving to you. It's this very fresh energy. And today, we're in this Capricorn full moon. I think Valid, you said it was strawberry moon. But it regardless, it's almost like there's some sort of big shift that's happening, and it's like putting you in alignment with some sort of higher timeline, right? And so everyone and everything that you experience from this point out is got this kind of energy. It's got this nurturing, positive, supportive, successful, abundant energy enveloped in it. And you're coming across some really good, wholesomely packaged in alignment, in aligned soulmates. Yeah. It's like the way I see it is it's like a cluster of ships coming in for you, right? Like your family is coming in for you, right? But these are they all serve a different purpose in your life. Some of them are going to be just like family to you, and some of them are going to be the business people for you that support your business and want to collaborate with you or want to work with you or invest in you or your business or your project or something of this nature. They want to like put you out there or and then some of them are going to just want to like love and give to you. There's like a lot of this love energy. This is what I'm saying. This is probably the best energy that I have felt in some time. And I've been saying like in the hot time and in here and not just in America, but like in Europe, we're all right now currently in this heat dome. It's like record breaking hot. It's hot as shit out here in these streets. And I know like Val, you guys are in winter, so like the like the winter time for y'all, but same difference here. I have been saying that like is like in the hot months, that is a time that your life and career starts picking up, right? It's where you start getting the motion, right? Like the locomotive that's been rusty and stuck on these like broken tracks for forever is now being lifted up like the ancient Egyptian pyramid powers just lifted up into the air and like placed onto this brand new track with like bullet train speed. It's like this. But the train is taking you to like love and abundance town. This is like the soul train. This is like the soul train that's taking you to the
Yeah. Yeah, and they have Marvin Gaye on that train singing his songs as well. Yeah, you know the
yeah,
song.
exactly.
Mm, yeah.
And then me in my mind, like I heard it, and some of you, I'm gonna just say it because like I did hear it, but like some of the train is taking you to to Pound Town.
Pound town, pound town, pound town. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And listen, I said hot girl summer, but this energy is insane, but it's really really good energy, and like I said, it's bringing a lot of it's bringing this is definitely you guys are shifting into like the one of your highest timelines here. This is because it is I got nothing bad. I got nothing bad in this energy to say. This is almost like if you got handed I can only imagine this is like what the one of the blue or the red pills from the Matrix felt like after taking it. This energy is insane. It's really really good energy of a lot of almost like things that were on back order for you happening, like coming in, and but the issue is is that you got to allow it, right? You have to allow it because it feels and again it's nothing bad, but it feels like it's like a cautionary tale. The caveat into the energy is that you will have the tendency to want to be like, what are you doing? What is this? What's the catch? Of because this feels like it's been a good 2 decades of more of you in the trenches, of you having to like put the gloves on and be like, put them up. In the boxing ring, the bell never rang, and you're used to being in survival. You're used to being like weary of people. You're used to being told no. You're used to being seen as too much. You're used to people, not wanting to give to you or pay your prices or do for you or, show up for you. But like, this is not the case anymore, especially with the people that are coming into you now is like, as long as you can allow yourself to go to your limitless mindset and stay in the positives of imagination, like Val and I were talking about with me, of allowing yourself to be in the imagination of like, all things are possible for me. This can happen. There's no limit to what can happen for me, and I deserve it. Knowing that you deserve the things that are coming to you, and allowing them to come to you, and allowing them to happen for you, and also trusting yourself on who and what to allow for you, right? So like it feels like you're gonna want to question yourself. You're going to want to question, like, is it okay for me to make this much? Or is it okay for me to receive these kinds of gifts? Or is it okay for me to be spoiled like this? It's something about being spoiled, right? Like, I hear it, I feel it, and it's the energy of like, kind of feeling bad about how much you're getting, right? It's like it's feeling bad about how much you're being given, how much is coming to you, how much good is happening for you, and being like, is it all right for me to feel this good and have this much and and continuously have more and more and more, and to be showered with so much blessings, and to be showered with so much abundance, and to be showered with so much love and all this success while like the world's ablaze. This feels like this is the internal dialogue that I'm reading of the conglomerate of energies here. You're battling yourself, questioning yourself on whether this is like ethical, okay for you, morally okay for you to experience as much goodness and being spoiled and the abundance and the excess and the overflow of really good things, love, money, success, all the things, right? Because you've not had it for so long, right? I will go as far to say ever. You have never experienced this, right? So this quick shift that's happening now is kind of like it thrusted you out onto center stage, and you're like, holy shit, there's people here, and like, look at all these people, and you've never seen people in your life, and you're like, what it's this, and then the people just keep coming and coming, and you're kind of shell shocked about it, right? So but your challenge is going to be allowing it to happen and then staying in the positive mindset, right? Not allowing yourself to spiral off into being like, oh, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I should, I don't know if that's okay. And not being weary of like the amount of good people that are coming into your life that want to just. So I have this thing, right, where like I'll say I'm manifesting somebody to pay for this Chinese restaurant that I like once a week for me, and like I just put it out there. I'm like, I just want someone to give me $30 a week for me to go get once a week my favorite dish. My favorite dish at this local restaurant. It's so good, and so I'll call it like, I'm summoning my Asian restaurant daddy, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah. Or like on Threads, there's this thing where somebody's like, if anybody wants to be my rotisserie chicken daddy, I'd like, here's my Cash App, right? And so like randomly people will post pictures of like somebody sending them $15 for a rotisserie chicken, right? It's almost like this where, it's you say, just like, even if it's like jokingly, like, oh, I'd love to, have have this, and then like boom, you're like getting it, and you're like, wait,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
this. It's like where you're gonna start questioning, like, huh. When
Yeah.
people just want to come up and like give to you, I will always say it. My grandfather used to tell me all the time, if somebody wants to give you something, you never deny it. Like you don't, because number one, it's offensive. You could offend them. And number two, if they didn't want to give it, they wouldn't be giving. So take it, say thank you, and shut your mouth. And this is the mindset, but it's easier said than done. It is easier said than done, especially when you're not used to that and you're used to being the one that's over giving, or you're used to just not having anybody that wants to do that for you, period. But this is droves. There are droves of people, places, things in this abundant and this nurturing and this supportive and this loving energy that's coming to you. This is God Source Universe being your rotisserie chicken daddy. This is God Source Universe being your Asian restaurant daddy. This is God Source Universe being your, this is for you because you deserve it and you've waited long enough and you've proven yourself and you have gone through the trials and the tribulations and you've done the things and you've done the rite of passage and you've done this, so let me spoil you. This is what this is. You don't tell God Source Universe no, right? And if God Source Universe didn't think that you were worthy of it, it wouldn't give it to you, right? Take it, shut your face, and enjoy it. The card that's at the bottom of the deck is follow your heart. Trust where you're led. Use your heart and intuition to guide you and do what makes you happy. I have said this for a long time, but it is this conglomerate of energies. This is your time to work on your elective courses for your life because you've done all the things that were required of you as your core soul's lessons. So now, because you've gotten the hard shit out of the way, and like I've said, you've done the rite of passage, you've gone through the things, it's time for you to have some funsies. It's time for you to enjoy the sweetness of life. It's time for you to do the things that make you happy and trust where you're led, because you have never been here before. And so all of this is going to seem like larger than life, a little intimidating, slightly overwhelming, but you've got to trust where you're being led and trust the auspicious opportunities that are going to continuously present themselves to you, and trust who God Source Universe is sending to you to take care of you. You never know who is going to be God Source Universe's messenger, who is going to be God Source Universe's worker, right? And let people spoil you. That's what I have.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. I can't wait. I can't wait. I feel like I'm already in it. I can't wait though for
Right.
more.
Right.
Yeah. I always wanted to say hashtag puppy publicly, but hashtag puppy. Pup, 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 pup. Gim,
Pop,
gim.
pop, pop.
Oh, that's so amazing. And there's just so much to explain and explore and delve into with the numbers and the neuroscience.
Yeah.
So I'll probably jump around a little bit, but let me just say some stuff before it drifts away. So first, let's talk about the shadows. I always talk about the good stuff first, but I need to get this one out of the way first. So the shadows, where July is a universal month 17/8. The 8 energy is the only energy in numerology associated with material abundance, like money, cash money. Okay. However, because it's made up of the 1 and the 7, 7 is the most spiritual single digit number. And the 1 is the pioneer. So it's like there's the start of spiritual abundance, spiritual inheritance, whatever you want to call that, that is trickling into the material realm as well and materializing as that 8 energy of abundance. That's my interpretation of the 17/8 month. And of course, I'll elaborate a little more. So yes, the 8 is abundance, so you can't expect literal like chunks of money coming at you. We don't know from where, but as Stacia was saying, as your granddad was saying, and as I just said, be open to receive, and this will take some rewiring because as
Yeah.
we said in the previous forecast is when you're plopped into an environment in a situation that you've never been in before, the immediate reaction is like, oh, something's off here, something's wrong, or what's this? We're not familiar with this. So your brain will automatically go to, this ain't for me, or how can this be happening to me, or little old me, really? What the doubts, right? Which is also the shadow side of the eight, interestingly enough. One of the shadow sides is feeling guilty.
Hmm.
It's like, feeling guilty for receiving all the good stuff that you've probably worked on to receiving across multiple lifetimes. And here you are starting to receive it. But because it's been so quote unquote bad, you're like, oh, I'm a bit like feeling guilty for receiving all that goodness. So just watch
Right.
out for the shadow side. It's the same as Stacia said. You'll feel very like, not sure. You're
Right,
gonna
right.
start doubting yourself or questioning yourself, but just know that that's the shadow side of the eight, and it's just how the brain works because because you're used to something drastically different. This new thing is gonna seem unfamiliar and your brain may go like, okay, well, we're not familiar with this, so this ain't right. But no, it is right. It is right. In fact, the energy, the energy reading just told you what's happening and the numbers say the same. Okay. So eight is all about this abundance. However, I'll take it further and I'll say abundance really is, it does come from within. So you may have already started to experience this abundance in maybe your relationships, like feeling really rich as a function of the people and the relationships, like your soul tribe, your soul family that's coming in and may have already started to come in since maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago, whatever, right? Um, but it's this experience of feeling really abundant as a function of your relationships. Again, this is just epigenetics. If you surround yourself with a positive social environment, that's going to cause the happy molecules in your DNA to open up and flourish and give you that experience of love, of abundance, of nourishment, like being nourished. Um, and in addition, I think it will start to activate the genes for rapid manifestation, which is why you're attracting so many good things because
Mm.
you've now activated those genes within this positive environment. So as long as you as long as you can get cushy in this new environment, I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you could just keep reaping the benefits. And as you said, it may be easier said than done, but look, we're adaptable species. Neuroplasticity is literally the capacity of your brain to rewire itself based on new experience. And this is a new experience worth rewiring your brain for.
For sure.
Um, Yeah, like I don't think there's much more to say. Oh, like it's really it. It's really it. It does come from within. So everything that we've done in the month of June, which was a 7 month, right, where you poured into yourself to create, to cultivate this spiritual abundance. Now you're taking this spiritual abundance into the 3D realm. That's just inevitable. It literally is just inevitable. I know there's a lag time, and Stacia, you always say this, there's a lag time between when it trickles from the ethers down into the 3D. Yeah. And same with neuroscience and epigenetics, right? It takes a little bit of time, but again, because time is a man-made construct and our brain perceives time differently according to different life stages, different environments, I'm feeling like there's going to be some sort of a time warp here. Like you're going to start manifesting very rapidly in your experience of life, if that makes
Right,
sense.
right.
Um,
Yeah, and it's
but
it's
yeah.
also interesting that what you just said that it's like the last month we kind of laid the foundations for what's happening and what's to come with the inner work and the nurturing and the with the seven energy. Like it was, like it really was a lot of self growth. And I think I remember telling you just personally, like how much of a metamorphosis I felt like. And then that was that reading that I had. I think that was the title, was like, you're going through this metamorphosis. It really was this like kind of going within to this cocoon and laying the groundwork and the foundation for like what you just said. And it's crazy that this is where it's leading us to try to prep us for the aforementioned things, like whoa, of hindsight.
Yeah, it's amazing how it's amazing that it actually makes sense logically.
You're
That
right.
when you set a strong foundation of integrity by doing the work and um allowing things to unfold. Oh, and before I forget, another shadow side of the eight is control. So release control, like just release control. I'm talking to myself mostly, but like really, if you're like me, to release control, just let it flow in because
Let it
when
go.
you're grasping for control, you're literally limiting the abundant nature of the universe. Oh, wait, there's more coming. So eight is also not just, okay. So eight is also a number of global happenings. Like people with a lot of eight energy will work in global organizations, will be on public stages speaking to large groups of, it's got this energy of abundance, but not just in the material sense, but like in the grandeur, if in scale. So
Right.
eight is like a very large scale thing. So you can expect kind of large scale happenings in the month of July, whether it is on a global stage or even in your
Mm-hmm.
personal life, as you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
like you may get global clients and you're like, what the fuck? But hey, that's the
Yeah.
eight energy. It's
Yeah.
it's global. It's
Yeah.
it's scalable. It's a big energy.
Big energy.
Speaking of Pound Town, eight's a big energy. Just wanted to slide that in there.
Right. I see what you did there. Look at that. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Some sliding
manifesting,
in,
baby,
huh?
manifesting.
Right.
And that's it. That's it. So yes, very exciting times. I'm loving it. That's all I can say, and I'm letting the love in.
Yeah. It's a, like I said, this is probably the best energy that I felt before, like in quite some time, and it almost feels like being on like a crazy high, right? That's how I felt while I was in that energy. I was like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
Literally, yeah, it's very much got this, is this real life? This euphoria type energy in it.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
good. So all I can say is enjoy, and it is real. As we were just saying before hitting the record button, is your brain can't distinguish like 3D reality from imagined reality. I know it
Hmm.
sounds a little bit crazy because there's tangible things, but there are experiments, as I was saying to Stacia, where they show a video of two people and a large gorilla walking through the middle of the screen, and people never notice the gorilla because your brain's not wired to perceive things that are unexpected that you haven't been conditioned to perceiving. So at the end of the video, it asks people, okay, did you see the gorilla? And most people are like, no. And then when you rewind and look at it again and you're actually looking for the gorilla, yeah, it's right there walking through the middle of the screen. It's the same thing with this. It's unexpected. That's why you may be like, oh, what? But
Oh,
I guess this little forecast is propping your brain for something to expect there. So attune your brain to that.
yeah, lock in. Yeah, yeah. I wish I could bottle that energy up. Like if I could sell that shit like on OnlyFans, like, hey, come get this euphoria energy.
Yeah, we'd have
That's
to
some.
invent. Yeah. We'd have to invent like another platform to bottle energy and do it in
Sell
the
it.
the right way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No. All
Well,
right. Well, that's it. That's all I got.
okay. Toodly loos. And thanks for
Bye bye.
watching.
As always, thank you for listening, subscribing, liking, sharing, leaving comments, booking readings, booking sessions, checking out our stuff. It makes a world of a difference. And until next time.